What up, Swag Nation? Swagster here. Tonight, this morning, I will be showing you a nifty little feature. It's kind of like a preview into the future. Essentially, with SOS, what I try to provide is a very customizable experience. You know, I make the ROM for myself, and I share it because I understand people like it. But at the same time, I like to have options, and I like to have other people have options. Now, it's always been hard for me because I'm not a master developer, and I can't create that little app that Tommy Tomato's working on to make all these really cool changes on the fly. And so, in the past, I provided a lot of flashable zips, metamorph themes, and in the future, I plan to continue this with flashable zips and zip themer themes. But a new tool that I have at my disposal is the AROMA installer, and it's pretty slick. Now, don't get your hopes up here as I flash this SOS X 2.0.9, because there's no ROM actually in here, although the next update's pretty much done. As you can see, you go to install it like you normally would. I mean, that was just a mono recovery, and you greet it with this splash screen. And you know, I'll probably go through and proofread this and change the date before I actually release this. But it's pretty cool and pretty easy to use actually. It's only got 2 buttons. It's just like installing a file on Windows or something. I finally sat down and made a funny disclaimer. I'll probably edit all this before the actual release. As you can see, I didn't do a very good job making a changelog here. Didn't feel like wasting time doing that right now. Anyway, next. So, it gives you 2 options. One, let's see if I can get this to focus. The first is to install the ROM as is, like you normally do, and you just hit that and you will install the ROM. The next is to use a custom installation, and that's pretty cool. So all you have to do, noticing little grammar errors here and there, is tap custom, which I've done, and it's pretty much up to me what to include here, which is pretty cool. So basically, I'm down for opinions on this, what should be included and what should not be included, because you have to realize that everything I include has to be in the ROM file, which makes it bigger. Kernels, you know, are about like 2 megabytes at the end of the day. Themes aren't that big. But they can be, and like fonts and stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna include here yet, but anyway, so I got like kernels. I think would be a good idea to include a couple of those. As you can see, I'm just kind of spitballing here, so like you can be like, alright, I want Anthrax kernel, and then like you can pick your dock, and I kind of went crazy with the dock. I wanted to make sure you knew what you were installing. Like this would be the stock one that came with the last version, Sense 4.0 dock, containing the generic icons. And then this one, which includes the icons already installed, so like the phone on the left and the browser on the right. I think I'll keep that as it is. And then the stock HTC dock, you know, there's always people that want it. And then I don't know if I'll include each one of the themes in the ROM. You know, yeah, probably won't do that. We'll see. Oh look, I found the limit there. And then the clock, give you a couple options there. This is probably more like we'll see. I started to get a little bit better at this as I got along. And then the status bar notification pull down. Ran out of room there. What I was thinking about doing there was including the SOX default, which we all have seen at this point if you've installed SOSX, and also one with the recent apps removed, and then also an HTC style one. So this one has the white background and the black text, and the stock top and bottom of the notification pull down. and basically building add-ons on top of that, because the biggest switch between the two is whether it has light text or dark text is basically it, and the recent apps. The change is only one file, but I'd have to make, a million things with the recent apps changed. Each iteration of the notification pull down I make is going to include a recent apps and a not recent apps. So if I make these files, these 4 files here, I can make, a black background theme over here that will work with either of these. I can make a transparent white one that will work with either of these right here. So, you have to that's probably the way I'm going to roll with it. Go with this, and then you can head over to the SOS blog if you want to customize a little bit further. And then I also have boot animations. Haven't really sat down and done any of the coding beyond just the UI yet, but it's pretty easy, and it's gonna take a while just because I'm not used to it, and there's a bit of a learning curve. And I have to do a bunch of stuff I've never had to do before, but I think it's gonna be cool. And I'm just trying to think of little things that I can include that don't take up a lot of space, or maybe I do want to take up a lot of space, so you guys can just get exactly what you want the first time and not have to go to the blog afterwards. I'm shaking because it's freaking 1:40 in the morning and it's cold. But anyway, you hit the next button. If you can see through your phone camera you're recording, and it says it's ready to go, and you just hit install, which I'm not going to do because this is not by any means ready to install, and there's nothing to install. So this is, simply a demo of what's to come, and I take no credit for any of this. So first of all, credit's gotta go out to the dude that made this. I have no idea what his name is. He's some crazy Indian dude, I think. Can't remember his name. I got it here. I gotta thank him. Marls. Yeah, that guy. And Greynode, the creator of Ultra ROM, my arch nemesis in the senseless ROM world. He's using this for his ROM, and I basically used his files to make this. Obviously, it's completely different than his at this point, but I used it kind of as a stepping whatever the hell I'm thinking of, so late. Used it as a guide to the world of whatever the hell this thing's called, AROMA. And he did a pretty good job. He made it really easy to understand it, and I think I can go further. But yeah, I really just want to know what you guys think should be the options here. And I'm still contemplating whether or not I want to release 2.0.9 with this and just wait a couple weeks. Because it's still early in the term, so I don't have a lot of assignments, so I do have free time here and there to develop. And it took me for freaking ever to get the freaking notification pull down and the status bar to all work. For some reason, whatever Tommy Tomato fixed in the extended quick settings caused the tweaks to not work, and it took me forever to figure it out. And I had to get rid of one of the tweaks. I'm not going to tell you guys, so a lot of you guys won't be depressed, but one of them's missing, and don't look for it because it's gone. It's not coming back, and I don't care. Unless somebody else figures it out, I'm not touching it ever again because it pissed me off. I spent 12 hours figuring it out. But anyway, this is the new stuff. So 2.09 is essentially done, and I'm just trying to figure out whether I want to include this in the next release or if I just want to put it out. Because in the past, I put stuff out too fast, in my opinion, and I want to wait and savor and work out all the kinks. And I got all the ones in the notification pull down. I feel like that's where the majority of the things that bothered me were in the ROM. And now it's just a matter of putting it all back together, which is pretty easy. But then there's this, and this is really cool, and people are putting it in their ROMs, and I feel bad for not having it in mine. Even if it's just this is pretty cool, huh? So, yeah, do your guys' job. Tell me what to include, okay? I better end this so I can put it on YouTube. Alright, peace.